Yo, what is good, my fellow deadheads? Your overlord has returned. Today we do have another JJK Fantasy Parade video going on, but today we are finally back with the Title Hunter series. I think that some people may not like the Title Hunter series because it is just me talking about collecting titles in this game. But I do feel like there is a very strong subsector of deadheads out there who actually do care about my title, collecting journey, because hey bro, everybody isn't a casual. Some people actually are sweaty, and not even just in the sense of spending money. Some people are sweaty just in the sense of spending their time and like to get extra little, tokens of achievement and stuff like that. And my extra little token of achievement is titles. But not only are we going to be going over the titles, we're actually going to be going over the character rank system as well today, because these title hunter videos have kind of also turned into character rank videos, just to kind of show you guys how much extra buffs I'm getting from the character rank growth system, just to kind of like incentivize you guys to actually go into the character rank growth system yourselves as well. But if you guys do enjoy videos like these, you can definitely go down below. You can hit the like button, you can hit the subscribe, you can hit the notification bell so you can get notified every single time the dead man decides to glide. And you can comment down below and let me know what you want to know. But let's go ahead and get right into the video. So guys, I do want to go ahead and say that I've done 2 Title Hunter videos so far, and I was actually looking at my first Title Hunter video to see what level I was, or see a few different things actually from that video beforehand this time, because last time I just hopped in the video and looked at the prior video while I was like recording, and I feel like it was a bit inefficient, kind of wasted a little bit of time. So this time I've actually gone through the old video beforehand and actually looked at all of the titles that I've gained besides the ones I already had, right? And I think this is very interesting because it just kind of shows you guys where my play has been focused lately, just showing the different achievements that I have picked up recently. Also, not to mention, we do have that new system now where if you work on a character, it gives you extra free materials to work on other characters. This system right here. So I have been, oh, it looks like they finally got her name added in. What about Gojo? They do have Gojo's name added in actually. But yeah, I've cleared a lot of these out. But since these newer characters are coming in and they're adding characters to this as they kind of like go along, even adding older characters to it, which I do think we'll see every single character in the game added to it eventually, that is going to kind of skew my grind experience right now and who I'm giving materials to. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get over to the character rank screen. Alright chat, you can see that my account is all Shoko'd out because we are looking to pick up our copy of Young Shoko. We still have not gotten her yet. We are about 97 points into the banner, I would say. So 9 multis, 7 single summons. All I need is 3 more single summons and 5 multis, and then I can literally just pity Shoko, and then like I am fine skipping Nanami because I can still make my red team work as is. I would like to pick up Nanami because just having an extra buffer would be nice, but hey bro, it is what it is. I think they'll all come back for the actual full sync celebration, so it doesn't matter. But last time I did a player rank, or not player rank, last time I did a title hunter video, I was rank 83, and I'm actually nearly rank 89 right now, so nearly 6 levels ago, which actually is pretty funny because my last title hunter video was about 8 levels apart, I believe. Yeah, because I was 75 in the first one, so 8 levels apart. So we kind of keep it around the same amount of grinding that we do, even though considering going up in levels means that you have to grind considerably a lot more stamina, a lot more stages to level up. That means I'm actually grinding harder than the last time and not even getting the same amount of levels off of it. But let's go ahead and take a look at these titles. So like I said, I've already gone through and I've already compiled a list of all of the ones that I have gained since the last time. I'm actually going to have the top student title very soon because it's logging in for 300 days. And I'm pretty sure if you look right here, no, it doesn't tell you right here. It tells you on the main screen on the, on this right here, your little profile overall page. Dang, I keep clicking the wrong stuff. Your little profile overall page, it tells you right here actually I have logged in for a total of 271 days. So in 29 more days I'm actually going to be getting that top student title, which just adds to my number. And honestly, top student is not no crazy title. Those titles don't even look crazy. It's just more so the fact of like people know that I'm putting in the work, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, this motherfucker was logged in for, like, people can physically see top student on my account, go back to their account, find it in the titles, hold it down and then realize like, damn, bro's logged in for 300 days. Like, yes, absolutely I have. This one should be coming in, you know, any day now. Like I said, I'm level 89 basically, but we are looking to spam more experience farming because all of our characters are fully graded up right now, and I think the only character who I can't fully grade up right now is Shoko once I get her. But I mean, like, quite literally, that's like a day, that's like 1 to 3 days of farming cursed objects with the level that my cursed objects are already at. That's like 1 to 3 days of farming cursed objects, honestly 1 to 2 days of farming cursed objects. But Dispatch Master is the first new title that I have. This one is doing dispatch 1,000 times. I mean, that you literally just have to keep up doing it every single freaking day, which, now that I think about it, dispatch only allows you to do 4 a day, and to do it 1,000 times it would have to be 250 days. So I'm just curious as to how I've already hit 250 days times 4, even though the first day wasn't times 4. I'm not even at 250 days altogether. But we're not going to worry about it. If they want to give me titles extra early, they can give me titles extra early. And then the next title that we're looking at is actually Jujutsu Mania. Where is that one? That one's right here. This one is actually for reaching character rank 1000. So that kind of spoils you guys a little bit. I'll go ahead and tell you right now, my character rank from the last video was 922. I already have a title that's for reaching character rank 1000, so we'll see what my character rank is this time, and it might be a little more surprising than you think. Then we do have a couple new tier 3 titles that I did not have the last time. We have the Yuji tier 3 title because, I mean, I've worked on Yuji so much now. Ever since we've gotten Zonji into the game, we've gotten the tier 3 Megami title because I've worked on Megami very much so since we've gotten to the game. Since I've gotten Domain Expansion Megami and Green Megami, and I'm working on Blue Megami now, like, just because he's an SB buff character. I have a lot of stuff just planned in the background for a lot of different characters, so I am kind of spreading my resources in what would seem maybe like a weird way right now. But when I tell you that it'll all pay off handsomely, then it doesn't matter too much. You guys know I know what I'm doing. But tier 3 title on Yuji, tier 3 title on Megami, and we also got the tier 3 title on Gojo, which funny enough, I thought that my last title hunter video, it was I thought that maybe I had already had this, but it turns out I've just gotten this like super recently, more recent than I had proposed, more recent than I had thought. So it feels like I've had this title forever because it just makes so much sense for me to own this title, right? But I've not had it this long. I didn't have it in the last title hunter video, which the last title hunter video was literally a month ago. Now that I'm looking at the date for it. But yes, those are all the tier 3 titles I've unlocked for any characters: Megami, Yuji, and Gojo. For the tier 2 titles, actually quite a bit of those unlocked, because I finally have gotten copies of characters, or finally started to work on characters that I've already had but have just kind of like determined as absolutely useless. The tier 2 titles that we've gotten, I'll take it back from the top again. Tier 2 titles that we have gotten, or it's kind of confusing to take it from the top the way that I have written it. Maki is now a tier 2, probably because I had to work on the green Maki for the free materials from the free rewards you get from the character growth. Who else? Panda is now at tier 2 because he has an SP buff on the red version, and I do want to try out all of the SP buff characters so I can stop making speculations and actually know what I'm talking about with these characters. We can see here now that Toto is at the A2 point. Again, another SP character who I want to test out and prove that he's actually butt cheeks. Like I said he was. Toto was bottom of the tier list. Maybe not absolute bottom of the tier list. Maybe Maki was, but yeah, Toto's pretty low down there. But even still, if I'm gonna yap and say that they're bad, I'm gonna also put in the work, put in the effort, and actually use them to prove that they're actually bad. And if they're not bad, then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna amend my mistake and tell you guys the proper information. We have Mekamaru because I have green Mekamaru, and again, he is another case of a character who needed to be worked on for free materials from the character. It's not a campaign, I don't even know how you would call it, but it's just like the section where you can go to the trophy, you can get rewards for enhancing your characters. All the rewards are the same across all the characters anyway. It's not like anything special or specific to any one character, just the characters they decide to give it to at the moment. We got tier 2 for Shoko because I had to work on yellow Shoko for Floor of Tower, and man, she made quite the difference, I will say. And then there's somebody else down here. Yuta. Yuta is now tier 2. No idea why Yuta is tier 2. I feel like I SP buffed him a very long time ago, and I feel like I haven't really gone back to touch him, work on him, or anything of that nature. So, curious as to why his grade went up. Yeah, I'm literally so confused as to why his grade went up. It wouldn't have been levels. It wouldn't have been... Yeah, it literally just would have been... it would have just been SP buff. So, maybe I did SP buff Yuta in the last month, and I just can't remember. Then, guys, I finally have Toji on my account. That was the end of the tier 2 titles I unlocked. I finally have Toji on my account. So we have Toji tier 1 title here, which I am so happy about, man. I'm so glad. I'm working towards a Sorcerer Killer title. I think that once I'm at a point where we don't know what characters are coming at all, and I'm actually putting on the titles that I want to put on, I'm either going to have on Let Me Teach You What Real Sorcery Is, or The King of Curses, or I'm going to have Sorcery Killer. One of those two. Sukuna and Toji are just very crazy aura farmers. We got Kamo here. I finally started working on Kamo because his SP buff looks really fucking good, and I really do want to work on him. And he didn't have a title at all, so yeah, finally showed that man some love. And then also the last tier 1 title that we have unlocked is Jogo, because I wasn't working on him at all, but then when I saw how bad Dagon was, or correction, my Jogo was already grade 15. He just was not level 20 off of what I had worked on for him, like in the character rank system, so he didn't have his first title. Now I have pushed him to level 140, and I've given him a bunch of dupes because I heard Dagon was ass, and I saw Dagon was kind of like mid-tier on the damage. If mid-tier is me being nice, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, Dagon just doesn't look great. So I'm like, okay, I'm not that pressed to get him, and if he's not that great, then there is no real priority for the Phantom Metal shop right now, or there is a priority for newer players, but like for somebody like me who has like all of the characters from the Phantom Metal shop, there is no real priority for me right now. So I can kind of just do whatever I want. And yeah, I finally got Jogo's title. So GG to me. You know, none of these down here are added. You know when these are new, because there's just one down here that's just question marks, and typically you can look on the wiki for the way to get it. Usually the JP players are pretty good about figuring this stuff out first, and then, you know, just transferring it over. And then this one, of course, more titles pop up on this as they add more map events and memory quests and all that shit. But usually I have all these titles. There's not been a time, I think, where I have missed these titles. All of these ones are the story event titles. These ones are the map event titles, because there's like a ranked system to them where you can get a rare SR and then SSR border to it, depending on how much you get on the score battle. You know, you got some from the memory quests that are like more random and whatnot. But that's going to be it for the title section of the video. Now we can move over to the character rank section and just talk about the importance of it once more, as I always do. So guys, like I said, the last time that we were doing this kind of video, my character rank was only 922. My character rank right now is currently 1106. That is certainly because I have finally gotten my hands on Toji, and literally that just shot my character ranks up by 24. Who else did I get my hands on? I got not Saki. I'm trying to think who else I got my hands on to also boost them up to a bunch of ranks as well. I feel like there was another character who I got recently who maybe I didn't not have a variant of the character at all, but I just didn't. Oh, it was Miwa. It was probably Miwa. Yeah. I had one base version of Miwa that I didn't work on too much at all, and then I got the blue Miwa recently from my standard banner summons, I think, and I worked on her like a really good deal. So that jumped me up a couple levels, not all 33 levels. Kamo is another character, again, like I said, wasn't worked on him. A lot of levels given. A lot of levels for Toto as well, because you best believe my Totos aren't very much worked on. They're really bad. But again, guys, I just want to talk about how the character growth system is affecting your characters, and Yuji's a bad example just because he is not getting Curse Technique. Let's go to Gojo, because Gojo will be the best example. He's the highest character rank character I do have at level 70, and once I get to level 80, I'm gonna get 80 or 30 cubes. But honestly, guys, another thing I think they're gonna add to the character rank system is gonna be that level 80 gives you a frame, a very unique frame for each character. And if not level 80, they can make the frames look super crazy and put it at level 100 for character growth system, because they added character growth system rank 80 a very long time ago to this. So I could see if they didn't want to add the character frames to rank 80, because they do genuinely, legitimately seem like two separate decisions that they had. But from here on, they could put a level 100 and put like, okay, you get, you know, really cool unique character frames at 100 or whatever. Could they overhaul the game and go back and give people frames for characters that are already level 80? Yes, they certainly could. They could just go into the mailbox and give them to us that way. But I digress on that point. If we look at the character bonus, right, you'll see here the extra stats that any Gojo is getting at any given moment. This makes this how am I trying to say? This makes sense. This is relevant right now because we just got a new Gojo, literally, which means that my new Gojo that just came out automatically was getting an extra 6,468 HP, an extra 2,000 physical technique, and an extra 2,000 curse technique. He's not getting the full 2,038. He's actually getting 1,938. The extra 100 is from this costume. So not every Gojo is getting that, but every Gojo is getting, you know, all of these stats minus 100 of this right here. And that is literally coming from, you know, character rank overall, character rank of the actual character, and then character grade. So this is like, obviously character rank is contributing a little amount to it, but like without character rank, this would be like sub 6,000, you know. These values wouldn't be that much different, but even still, it's just like, as you work on all your characters anyway, the character rank goes up anyway. And it's not like I'm saying like focus your character rank, that's your grind, because like obviously anything you focus in the game is your overall grind. And every single character you work on is literally going to be pushing this number up and up every single day. But I'm just saying, you know, maybe there are some days where you don't grind as hard as you can, right? Like for instance, on Grand Cross, somebody told me if I want to get all the characters in my account level 80, get one character level 80 a day. And I've been doing that, and it's been making a very clear difference for me every single day. Okay, so what is something like that you can do on this game? This game, it could be like, okay, let me work on this one version of this character for the week, because the character roster in this game is much smaller than Grand Cross, right? So let me work on this one version of this character for the week. Whereas in Grand Cross, mine is more like, okay, I want to work on Dairy Area this week. I'm going to work on all the Dairy Areas this week and try to max out all the Dairy Areas this week, right? A lot more characters, a lot more grinding you can do, a lot more different game modes to play to grind different stuff. This game has a lot less to work with in that regard, so you want to take your grind slower and wait for it to grow up to that point. So you want to be like, okay, who do I want to work on this week? Yuji. Which Yuji? You know, Yellow Yuji. I got him during the anniversary, but I wasn't even trying to do tower, so I still have him, but he's just not worked on. All right, cool. I'm gonna push his grade. I'm gonna push his levels. I'm gonna push his skills. Blah 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 blah. All this stuff, because when you do all that stuff, you're boosting his grade, which is giving him direct stats. You're boosting the overall character rank, which is giving direct stats. And character rank gives more stats than grade, it seems, on a case-to-case basis. Because you can see here that my grade is higher, my total grade is higher, and my character rank is 70. But I'm getting more stats overall from my character rank, because character rank is harder to push overall than total grade. Total grade is literally just grind materials, fill in the grades. This is do a bunch of extra little tedious activities in the game to actually get the stats. So the stats are going to be greater from this section. The stats are going to be the worst from this section, because this section is literally just a double dipping of this section right here. So definitely make sure you're pushing your character rank system. Definitely make sure you are choosing a character to focus on for the week or something like that. It really does make your account stronger. Like, guys, my Gojo has 0 dupes. My new Awakened Gojo, 0 dupes. But he is a little bit stronger than he should be, just because he has extra physical technique, extra curse technique, extra HP. And like before, when I was talking about it, maybe it didn't seem like that much. But now that I'm actually getting, like, you know, now that this is nearly 7,000 and these are both 2,000 right here, basically, like, I can't front on you. The difference is visible. The difference is there. So I'm just gonna keep harping on this point. Like, let's not sleep on the character rank system. And also, guys, just so you know, no, that's not where I went a minute ago. Just so you know, the overall character rank bonus. Once you get it really high, you have to go up 100 ranks to get another like stat buff from it. So it's best to start working on this now. And I feel like 1800 was the highest rank a long time ago, and now we've shot all the way up to 2300. So that's very good that we have something to continue to grind in that regard. This is like box CC from Grand Cross, to be honest. This is literally the same thing. It's just that they implemented it into the game so much earlier, so it's just like so much sooner that you can start working on it and fixating on it. So that's why I'm saying go ahead and focus on this now, because this is going to be something that ends up being very impactful in the game, you know, like later on down the road, whenever we're getting like brand new characters who can absolutely run the game by themselves, and it's like a matter of, or I guess this is more of me talking to sweats, right? The thing that's going to determine who's the better sweat is really going to be like, okay, who has that extra 5% of damage that, you know, the other character didn't get. Okay, the reason why they're the better players is because they've been grinding the game overall a lot more, and they're getting extra stats from getting an extra 1100 levels of character rank over the dude who had 1100 character rank versus the guy who has 2300. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's gonna be it for the video, man. Like, that's my character rank, those are my titles. Honestly, do you guys want to account showcase all together? I could do that. I don't know. I feel like that video kind of gets mixed reviews whenever I do those kind of videos, and I feel like I'm usually mentally primed up to do those kind of videos after I do a title hunter and character rank video. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. You can leave a like down below. You can hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. You can get notified every single time the dead man decides to glide, if you make that decision. And you can comment down below and let me know what you want to know. And let me know, what is your character rank system at? You know, do you guys actually care about titles? Like, are you guys trying to grind them? Who are your favorite characters? Because I think that titles also can determine how you grind in your account too. Because you could be like, all right, I want this character's title, so I'm gonna just work on copies of versions of this character, right? So it's just like, like I said, the character rank system is useful in so many different ways that people are not thinking of. But if you guys did enjoy the video, then do all the things that I said before. The dead man does love you. You guys have an excellent time. Peace out.